Hey guys! In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make a bubble skirt that looks professional and clean on the inside. You guys ready? Let's get into this. The fabrics I'll be using is polyester cotton, cotton interfacing, and 100% cotton. Here is my skirt pieces. I have a tutorial on how to draft this bubble skirt. It's on my channel already. I left the link in the description below. So this is the front yoke, and it's interfaced with cotton interfacing. And the back yoke is also interfaced. This is the front and back lining. And these are the bottom gathers. I put a 1/2 inch seam allowance on the center front because I didn't have fabric that was wide enough. And if I cut it on the cross grain, I wouldn't have enough fabric for the back. So I cut 2 pieces for the front. Same thing for the back. I put seam allowance on the center back so I can cut 2 pieces. The first thing I'm going to do is gather the top of the front and back pieces. There's different ways to gather fabrics. There's a method where you can use 2 stitch lines to gather the fabric. I don't use that method on certain fabrics because the thread could pop. I like to use the zigzag method. I made a tutorial showing you 3 ways on how to gather fabrics. The link is in the description below. Next, sew the front pieces together, then sew the back pieces together. After that, put the 2 pieces right side to right side, and we're going to sew this side closed. For this side, we're going to put the zipper over here, and this part will be closed. When you're sewing the zipper, don't sew it too far down, because remember, we're going to fold over 3.5 inches for the bubble skirt and seam allowance. You will see what I'm talking about in a little while. The zipper is going to be on the left side of your body. This is the right side of the back piece. I folded it in half and I notched the bottom of the front and back piece. The notches are from when it's time to sew the lining and shell together. Don't skip this part, guys, it's very important. I put a pin on the right side so I know which side is which. Here is the front piece. This is the right side. I left this side open for the zipper. Then I sewed the right side and left an opening. Then I closed it right here. Make sure the opening is big enough, like 6 inches. Do not leave it open too far down on the bottom. You will see why soon. Here is the lining. It's on the right side. So this is the right side and this is the right side. And when I open it up, it's on the wrong side. So now this is the back piece and this is the back. What I'm going to do is put it inside just like this. We want to put this piece with this piece. I put some clips. I stopped where the zipper stops, and then I went all the way around and stopped where the zipper stops on the other side. Now, before you sew it all the way around, always open the seams flat. So I sewed it all the way around. As you can see, I stopped a little after where the zipper stops on the shell piece, not before it. And then I did the same thing for the other side. You want to stop sewing the lining like 1 inch down from where the zipper stops on the main fabric. Now you're going to notice that this is short. That's why I said don't sew the zipper too far down on the main fabric, which is the yellow fabric. Thank God I didn't sew the zipper that far. Oh my God, because I was not trying to use the you-know-who. You know, our best friend, the seam ripper. Anyway, you see how close I was? Man, listen, I was not trying to take this apart. No way. So don't do what I did, okay, guys? The bottom of the lining is closed. I cut off the excess tape of the zipper, and then I put a piece of fabric at the end. Next, trim the corner of the seam allowance here and here. After that, flip the skirt over and sew an understitch on top of the skirt. You will not be able to reach the corner to sew the understitch, and that's normal. Just start sewing as close as you can. Then fold it over like this and press it with steam so it can lay flat. Okay, so this part might get confusing for the beginners. So I'm going to try to explain it in a way you might understand it. Click the like button if you understood it. All right, let's go. So the first thing we're going to do is gather the fabric on the bottom. I have a pin here. This is actually going to control the gathers. The next step is to get some clips. We need 2 clips of the same color. These are your notches. The center front of the skirt will be blue and the center front of the lining will be blue. The 2 center backs will be purple. The side seam will be pink and the lining side seam will be pink. The red on the other seam and red on the lining seam. Next, we're going to turn this over. Be careful turning it over so none of the clips come out. We're going to take the lining and flip it like this. This is the zipper. We're going to pull the yellow fabric out like this and then put the lining in the middle. We're going to start off with the pink clips. That's where the lining opening is at. Make sure the opening is big enough that you can turn all the fabrics inside out. I think mine was too small, but make sure you open it on the top, not too close to the bottom. You can start like 2 inches down from the top and make the opening like 6 inches. I think mine was like 5. So this is the right side and this is the wrong side. This is the wrong side and this is the right side. I want you to turn this over like this. So now the wrong side is facing up. Then you're going to take this seam and turn it over to the right side like this. And you're going to let both seams touch. So right side to right side. You see this right here? This piece, we're going to turn the fabric in so everything else can go inside like this. And the lining comes out. This is a purple clip. We're looking for the blue one. And we got it right here. So we're just going to straighten it out just a little bit like this. So now I'm going to put the pink clip back. Make sure the yellow on this side is out a little. I put the purple to the side because we're going to do the purple in a second. Now take the 2 blues and put them together. As you can see, the right side of the fabric is touching the right side of the lining. Let's move on to the next clip. We have red. Here's red right here. If you notice, it's going to look like the yellow fabric is facing the wrong side. And the lining is facing the right side. And that's how we want the lining. But for the yellow fabric, we want it to be facing the right side, not the wrong side. So watch what I do. You're going to turn the yellow on the right side of the seam, like this. right side to right side. Then put them together and clip it. I want you to see how I'm moving the fabric, okay? I'm just moving it a little bit, just straighten it out a little bit. I'm going to put a pin right here just for now. What's next? The purple is next. So we're going to look for the two purples. And here it is. The seam on the yellow fabric will be facing you on the wrong side, but the lining will be facing the yellow fabric on the right side, and that's how we want the lining. But for the yellow fabric, we have to turn the seam so it's facing right side to the lining. So now it's right side to right side, and you can clip it together. I want you to see how I'm moving the fabrics. So when you're doing it, you don't feel like it looks twisted, and you might feel like you're doing something wrong, but you're not. If you follow what I'm doing, then you will be on the right track. So just follow what I'm doing. It might look a little crazy. I did not edit these parts out in the video because I wanted you to see exactly what I'm doing, okay guys? So the next thing I did was straighten out the fabric, and then I put a pin on each section like this. So here is the string that's going to control all the gathers. The gathers have to match the lining on each section. For an example, blue and red. The gathers have to fit between the red and blue on the lining. Once you feel it has enough, then you're going to pin it. Now we're going to do the blue and pink section. The gathers have to match the lining. If it's not enough or it's too much, then you have to either pull the string for more gathers or loosen it. When you're doing this, you will know if you have too much gathers or you need more gathers. I will show you how soon. Next up is the pink and purple section. I'm fixing the gathers so it matches the lining like this. Let's do the red and purple section. Here is the purple. Now we're looking for the red. Remember, the red is a zipper. So once you find a zipper, you got the red. Now we have the purple and red. Here is the lining. If you notice, the gathers are too loose. I'm going to take the string and pull it till it gets smaller. You're going to know if it matches the lining. So here's how you know. If I pull it like this, that means I made the gathers too tight. And if you notice, the lining is bunching up. So I will have to loosen up the gathers a little till the lining is laying flat and relaxed. So now I'm looking for the zipper. I'm going to start sewing from the zipper. Okay, here's a zipper. So I have the zipper to the blue to the pink to the purple, and back to square one. I sewed it all around a 1/2 inch. Now you can look for the opening on the lining and turn the fabric inside out. You can hand stitch the opening closed, or you can use your sewing machine to close it. As you can see, it's 16 inches, and that's the size I made it. But make sure you pull the bottom. Put your hand on top so you can pull the lining down like this. Or you can give it a good shake. When you put it on, you can adjust the bottom to be fluffy. And here is the final look, guys. You can style this in so many ways. It's great to wear on a summer day. You can also make it longer if you want, and you don't have to make it a bubble skirt. You can make it without the 3-inch turnover and just sew the hem. I really love this skirt. I'm going to make it in other fabrics. If you learned something in this video, then please give this video a like so it can help other creators like yourself. And if you want to know how to draft this, then you can check it out right here. Click or tap on the screen right here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to practice, practice, practice. Bye, everybody.